Hey everybody, it's Steve. Welcome back to Star Realms. Admittedly, I was not planning to do any Star Realms videos other than the unboxings for Frontiers over the next week or so leading up to RTX, but the devs went and dropped an update for us. So go ahead and take a look at the new update. Quick little shout out to Night Owl, the Week 12 reigning champion. And we'll go into the card gallery for the newest expansion. So you just go into how to play, the card gallery, and we'll just click on through until we get to United Assault. This is the new one. It also did drop chapter 15 in the campaign, so we'll go into that here once I finish talking about the cards that are available. We'll start off with the Trade Star. This is a Blob and Star Empire combination ship. Costs you 1, gives you 2 trade, and if you scrap it, it blows up and probably gives you 2 attack as well. Greed is the universal language. I think math is also a universal language. Yeah, greed definitely qualifies as one as well. Next up, we have the Alliance Transport. It's a Star Empire Trade Federation ship. Costs you 2, gets you 2 trade. Ally abilities I think are quite nice. Star Empire, target opponent discards a card and gives you 4 authority if a Trade Federation unit is also in your turn. Coming up next, as part of the Unity, this is the Blob Bot. Blob Machine Cult, 5 attack for 3 cost. If you have another Blob unit on the board, you get 2 trade back. And Machine Cult lets you scrap a hand in your card, scrap your hand in your card or discard pile. That's not it. Scrap a card in your hand or discard pile. It is extremely early when I'm recording this. It is 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday. I'm able to sleep, so I figure I'll get up and start recording. Next up, the Coalition Messenger. This is Machine Cult and Trade Federation. I've played a couple of these missions so far just to get a feel of what they're like, and this one can really throw the balance off if the AI gets it. Costs 3, gets you 2 trade, but this is a coalition ability. You actually have to have a Machine Cult Trade Federation ship, another one with the same logo on the board. Choose a card of 5 or less in your discard pile and put it on top of your deck. So very similar to Slay the Spire, the order in which you play this one can have a huge impact. The Union Stronghold, the first base that we're seeing in United Assault. I'm just getting my tea ready right now. Blob Star Empire base, costs you 5, gives you 3 attack every turn. The Blob ability lets you scrap a card in the trade row, and the Star Empire ally ability, target opponent discards a card. This is not an outpost. This is actually a bypassable base for 5, but if you have somebody who's going heavy on Star Empire, you gotta focus this one down once you get through all the outposts, because it's gonna keep limiting your ability to attack. Next up, we have the Exchange Point. This is the Blob Machine Cult base. Costs 6 to attack, and scrap a card in your hand, your discard pile, or the trade row is an ability on this one. And I've seen this come up where it's been Blob and or Machine Cult. This may actually just be a Unity one for the ally ability. 7 defense, and so far I've seen the AI ignore this one, which this is one you almost want the AI to focus down and soak up some of the attack. Lookout Post. This is Machine Cult Trade Federation. I do love the artwork on this one. Looks like you have a couple defense bots there. This might be a trade escort down at the bottom left of the card, and it's ally ability, or it's just every turn draw a card. Costs you 7. It's an outpost with defense 6, but of course getting that extra card is super helpful. I've only seen the Embassy base come out once so far. It's a Star Empire Trade Federation base, costs you 8, draw 2 cards, and then discard a card at the beginning of the turn. So good, I think, in the early games. In the late games, though, you may be making those hard choices of what do I not want to get rid of. But that's what we're looking at in the United Heroes setup. Now let's head back and look into the campaign. And I'll turn the sound up for the briefing. And we're in Command Execution. So first mission is the Meeting of Minds. We're going to be going up against the Coalition, and I'll let the narrator explain what's going on.
You are Chancellor Hartman, Machine Cult strategist and former commander of the Morgana assimilation. Several weeks ago, your forces were defeated by the combined fleet led by Commander Brenton Click. Your ship was left disabled and drifting helplessly, so you entered cryosleep in hopes of eventually being found and recovered. You were revived by a fellow cultist named Walsh. He reveals that he was formerly a machine cult chancellor like yourself, but he left on a personal mission to study blob culture. He explained that the blobs and machine cult had similar approaches to a hive mind, and Walsh convinced a blob cluster to meld with him. The result was unity. This was an evolution of the cult that combined mechanical components with blob biotech. Hive Priest Walsh convinces you to give yourself to the unity. After the joining, a whole new level of consciousness opens up to you, and you are overwhelmed with new thoughts and feelings. Walsh has been growing his forces within the blob clusters near Ariadne. He asks that you take a fleet back to the Morgana system and try to re-establish a presence there. Eager to make up for your earlier failures, you immediately agree. After establishing a growth colony, you take a force of ships to the mining base at Samson's Landing. This is still the most strategic energy-gathering facility in the system, and you can see the resistance you'll face will be far more intense. Good. You're eager to demonstrate the power of the Unity.
Really just want to drop a Rick and Morty thing in here about him dating Unity and dealing with Beta 7. So, the rules for this one. Either player can trigger an ally ability by acquiring a card of the relevant faction. So if you buy a dual faction card, it will trigger both ally abilities. The achievements: win after scrapping 3 cards in 1 turn, win after drawing 3 extra cards in 1 turn, and win after doing both. We're both starting off with 50. Let's get into this and see what we can do. Alright, so this is what I'm starting off with. I'm starting off with a semi-standard deck. Starting off with the 8 Scouts, 2 Vipers, also starting off with a couple of these Blob Bots. If you can get them out at the same time, you're going to get a lot of extra trade and be able to scrap. This is what the Coalition's starting with. They do start off with the Coalition Messenger. They also start with a Lookout Post. So they're drawing a card, and we got to burn through 6. Oh, wait a second. Gonna put a break in here. Okay, had to jump out, had to turn down the volume on that because I did not want to be blowing out our ears for this. I'm going to start off with an Alliance Transport, just I want to keep as many of these cards away from them as I can. Plus, just right there, Trade Federation and all the ally abilities are starting to activate. Right. Definitely going for a Coalition Messenger because I want to keep it out of their hands. Those abilities activate, so I'm guaranteed to get 10 attack and 4 trade next turn, plus I'm going to be able to scrap twice. Let's see. I'm going to go for the Wrecker. Like this one, I'm going to love to get my hands on, but unfortunately this one, I couldn't activate it. Might have been because I didn't have any cards in my discard pile. Here. I could go straight for the Shipyard, which is going to be really helpful because I get the extra health back. Lancer would make him discard one of these. I'm going to go for the Shipyard, just because I need a little bit of defense. A little bit of health back. This is a pretty vanilla start, so I'll go for, yeah, the Repair Bot. 2, 4, 7. Damn, short, just by a little bit. I'm definitely going to go for the Mech Cruiser. Let this pop up, and I'll scrap a Viper. Ah, damn, there goes my Shipyard. Alright, so I should be able to get the scrapping achievement done. Just with that. Alright, oh! I do get to pick up this one. So choose a less than 5, top of your deck. I'm going to cancel that for now. Because I'm going to go for this one. Ooh, damn it. Had that been available. Well, I'm going to put the command center at the top of my deck. Grab a Lancer, blow some stuff up. If you do watch my Star Realms videos, I'll talk a little bit more. I think I'm planning to put this one out on Tuesday the 31st. I will be at RTX this year. Kind of a given, considering I do the unboxing videos. I do love the content. I'll also... I'll be talking a little bit about that more in my Surviving Mars video that comes out on Wednesday the 1st. I don't think I've recorded that one yet. I may record it this morning. Talk a little bit about RTX and all the things that'll be going on there. Grab that. A little bit of extra stuff. Definitely want the Predator, and I'll grab him too. Federation Shipyard. Next shipper base goes to the top of the deck. And this ability activates too. Knowing what I have there, Union Stronghold actually needs to be purchased. Scrap a card. Get some extra attacks. I'm gonna try to minimize the enemy's ability to respond here. I'm actually gonna go Predator. Let's see if I can do that triple draw up in this next turn. Nope, and I totally missed the fact that he had the Imperial Palace. Now let's do this. Ooh, destroy target base? Done. Alright. I was hoping to be able to afford the exchange point here, so I'm actually just going to scrap it. Let's buy that to make him discard. I'm actually going to get rid of this guy. Still have not been able to do the 3 extra cards that, if I can get the heavy cruiser, I'll be in shape. Well, screw you too, game. This card's almost useless for when it comes to scrapping now. I'm gonna scrap the Bioformer. Should have scrapped the Battle Box, they're just as useless. But the Plasma Vent I can get into play. Alright, I'm not going to get the achievements, but I am going to call this one a victory because I've got enough health to win, so let's do it. Noting that the Trade Federation cards were pretty few and far between in this one was kind of hard because the Trade Federation and the Blob do give you a lot of ability to do that build up and get those extra draws in. That would have helped me go after the third. I should have been go for a lot of, I guess, the Predators. The 2-cost Blob, you know, that gets you a drop as an ally ability, but just was not focusing enough on those. Just kind of focusing on trying to keep my deck thin and not dying instantly. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the videos that come out on my channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.